All right, Shalom. Giving all praises to Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushai, by Hashem Rakakadash, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahushai, double honors to the apostles, elders, bishops, great millstone. My salutations to the brothers teaching word for the hopeful elect, soon to be the elect, most high will. The hopeful extend the elect, Shalom. This is kind of like, and then hopefully extend the elect, men, women, and children. This has been breaking news, and it's been prophesied that it would happen like this, and starting with the apostles, elders on down. You know, we've been prophesying about these things coming, and they are finally here. You know, this is Brothers Page, Stay in the Fight, 144, and this is the FBI pretty much invading Jake's neighborhoods in D.C. And what they're saying right here is, you know, no smoking on the porch. They're trying to stop the violence, you know, which is a makeup, you know, fabricated lie, because they could have been doing this years ago. Jake has already always had drugs, gangs, weapons in his neighborhood, you know. So why now? And it's almost like, well, Trump is the right dude to do it. He, you know, people that's for Trump, maybe so-called blacks for Trump, say, well, he's really taking a hold of things, taking it serious, and it's time for us to make a change. It's time to make, like he said, make America great again. It's time to, you know, but that's not the great again he's talking about. He's talking about the New World Order. And, you know, he was president once already. He could have did some shit back then, but he didn't. So this is all, it's just a perfect time for these devils to not only, you know, have their New World Order and come in to surfacing to get it completed, which it won't be completed, but it's a perfect time for the devil to go down. You know, Most High, it says in the scriptures, Most High made everything beautiful in His time. And we're in beautiful times, terrible times, but beautiful times. Uh, Video shows feds patrolling D.C. neighborhoods after Trump takeover. So, uh, and we've been, like I said, we've been telling you these things for years and years, man. And I looked up the meaning of 15-minute cities that go along with what they're doing. You know, um, it says a 15-minute city is a concept in urban planning where residents can access most of their daily needs within a 15-minute walk or bike ride from their homes. So you don't even have to travel no more. And they're going to make it pretty much accessible to where if you don't, you know, nobody really talk to their loved ones no more. Not like they used to be, you know, especially after the COVID. So, you know, a lot of relevant relatives are not even checking for each other. But you know, when you know, they remember FaceTime came in to play, a lot of features on your phone that allowed you to, you know, see your loved ones, kind of like, you know, on screen, you know, face to face, you know, and digital reality, you know. So a lot of people are gonna be cool with that, you know. As long as they have their convenient needs, they be like, well, shit, you know. As long as I get it's terrible times. We can't even travel that much. They might cause something to where you can't travel like you used to, you know. Uh, whole airport held up or something, and they stop the travels or affect the travels, and that's in the scriptures too. Um, Hopefully, I won't make this too long. It says this includes amenities like workplaces, schools, grocery stores, parks, and healthcare facilities. It's always kind of been like that, but it's not been so controlled, so confined. I mean, people, you know, they got buses and all that, trains, planes, and to travel. But now it's kind of going to be like, well, yeah, we got checkpoints. So if you come outside of your city or within a 15-minute radius, you might get pulled over. Um, it says the goal is to create walkable, vibrant neighborhoods that reduce reliance on cars, promote social interaction, and enhance quality of life. you know what? What social interaction and interaction? All getting along with this system, all being on the same accord with what these the system says, and the draconian laws and all that. So, if you complain or got complaints and be like, well, yeah, and they say, well, look, you know, you got everything at your exposure. Why are you complaining? There's a food place right across the street. There's a gas station a block from you. Your supermarket right up there within this 15-minute city. So why you? What's the problem, Negro? That's basically what they're gonna kind of be pushing on people, and to even forget about your rights, like fuck the amendments and the what do you call it, affirmative action and all that. Even the civil rights, that all that bullshit is gonna be swallowed. It's already swallowed up. That doesn't exist no more. So they're gonna be like, well, look, just glad you got everything at your convenience. Shit. Oh, well, your food is fake. Just be glad you're eating and shit. That's about to be the American mentality. Uh, and it says, let me get that scripture. Uh, I want to get that one. Man should desire to go into another city. Now, I'll just show you what it looks like, how they got it mapped out of the. Let me back this camera up. Hold on. Shalom. God bless you.
So, yeah, I just got back from just helped out at the job real quick. So I just got back.
Oh, y'all down for that?
Huh?
Okay.
Yep. Yep. I'm just finna start freshening up. He in the bathroom.
Oh,
Though,
okay.
so,
All right.
yeah.
I'll be down like 10 minutes.
Huh.
All right. So, you know, let me big it up right quick. See if this is a good picture. And there go the enjoy the outdoors. Take care and look. It's just a circle. It's everything is 15 minutes. Enjoy the outdoors. Take care of your health. Get around, work, eat healthy, learn. They got the schools. They got the shopping. You know, grocery stores. Stock up. They got stay active. They got the gyms all in that one place. All these be engaged in the community. They might even start with these apartments having mandatory meetings. For everybody to get along. If you look suspicious or act like you don't want to be here, they're gonna look at you like, "What's going on?" Yeah, I'm good. I'm just well. Somebody said, when me and the brother Zakar and I, when we lived together in you know in the Valley in Cali, um, this dude was saying that the manager, the landlord was saying we don't smile. You know what I'm saying? We didn't like, yeah, we didn't think that would be a thing, but you know, but the park is right there. You can ride your bike, and then they got the officer right there. And then they got a library or whatever. But the libraries are filled with computers now, so it's digital. Uh, so it's like, you know, it's kind of like if you seen that goat. It's a creepy ass movie. We watched it. Esau creepy movie called Vivarium. It's always on Netflix. It's a good watch because it kind of reminds me of this, um, and how all the houses look the same. Um, you know, they basically they orchestrate everything, and everything was already set up. And they said They was saying that this is the most beautiful home place that you can ever live. They're gonna try to make this paradise according to their lifestyle. You know. Uh, let me see. Uh, let me see. What is that? Um, enemy coming in like a flood. So you got Isaiah 59 and 19 that says, uh, "So shall they fear the name of the Lord from the west, and His glory from the rising of the sun. When the enemy shall come in like a flood, the Spirit of the Lord shall lift up a standard against them." So there's going to be powers, on this earth with certain men, and they already got the power. They got elite power. They got supreme power right now with military might and draconian laws and things that they're able to put into play uh, just by having the power of the sword and allies with them. You know, so that's what's going on, and that's this. Look, you just saw it, man. They in the Jake's neighborhoods. Not Edomites neighborhood. They in Jake's neighborhood. And it was set up for the ghettos and the projects to be labeled as crime um, ridden places. Uh, you know, just have a bad label and a tag on it to be like, well, that's where crime comes from. Meanwhile, you could be in the hills, and Edomites could be in the hills and murder all day, child trafficking, organ harvesting, kidnappers and pedos and moles and all that. But the ghetto and the projects is the worst place to be because it's Negroes and Latino Native America. That's what they have the people's mind state in. And so-called white people, their children, has grown up in that mind state too. It's just that sometimes they find out different. They be like, he's not so bad. I wonder what my parents are talking about when they finally meet a Jake friend or something. But, you know, they do go by those same guidelines and all that. Anyway, and then there's another scripture that says, uh, a man should desire to go into another. It says Second Esdras 15 and 17. A man shall desire to go into another city and shall not be able, because they got checkpoints and they got 15-minute cities. The verse is a part of a prophecy. It says about the end times. See, where there will be you know, where there be seditions among men. So we're in the end times. We kept telling you that. Keep telling you that. And invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes. And it was a clip the brother had put up going back, and then this guy talking shit to the officer. Cause this, so the officers in a position of power as like somewhat like a, those are those princes and kings with even the government, even the president and all that. So it says, invading one another, they shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. The city shall be troubled, the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid, man. Yeah, because there's gonna be some gruesome things out there, man. Very gruesome things. You got people with high tech weapons, man, with military on people that's not even the military got high, and they're not, they're not checking. Let's say they start raiding Jake's neighborhood for guns, you know, what have you. Well, they're not invading Esau's neighborhood for guns, and Esau is the gun man. He got all kind of guns, man, hidden in his basement closet, is behind the grandpa clock and all that. So this is very planned out, very orchestrated by the elite people that hate us, you know. Um, and that's another one. Uh, Time of Jacob's trouble. We always go to that scripture too, because this is the time of Jacob's trouble. And look, well, we'll go ahead and get it. And Jake, now I seen Jake want to get. Now Jake want to bind, come together in like Black Power. You know what I'm saying? They ain't Most High. That never did work, man, and it's not gonna work now. I don't understand how Jake think that shit is in the works for them. And the black, you know what, the black community is split up, man. You got people that believe that we shouldn't exercise that we're not black, we're melanated. You got other people that believe that we should all go to Africa. Some of them believe that no, we own America now, so let's stay here. Fuck that. You got some people that are Christians and so-called Christians, and they don't want to do nothing. Let's all come together and we should all fight together. Like even them, they're not an enemy. It's just that all this negativity and all that, and people feeding into it. So we should all be one. You got all kind of stuff, man. Different religions, different ideas, different opinions, and all that. So it's not gonna come together. It's not gonna come. It's not gonna work, man. And it never did. It never did. As long as we separated from the Most High, it's never worked. And you could check the records, man. Jeremiah 30:7, it says, Alas, for that day is great, so that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it, meaning the elect. Now let's see what they say about Jacob's trouble. I'll get it close out. We know who Jacob is, Yaquab. Trouble. I just look up that word. Um, Sarah. Nah.
Strong's H, 6869. Sarah. Sarah.
I don't know. Okay, well, rival wife, straight, distress, trouble. I don't know. Let me look up something right quick. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So this is Sarah's name is Shaya, and the other one that said Sarah, Shara, meant troubled or rival wife. So we are the Most High's wife. You know, and it's going to be a rivaling situation. Rival means pretty much enemy. So we're the enemy of the state. It's going to be behind enemy lines. So it's it's not going to be good for Jake, man. 2/3 of Jake's, and we're going to keep proclaiming the name of the Lord, Yahweh Yahushua, and eventually they'll come for us. This is a prelude to them coming for us. That's all it is. You know, that's all it is. And then you got the black boule, you got the black leadership of these communities that spill out the black power thing, black empowerment thing, parties, organizations that come out and speak when it's Jake's in trouble. You still got them devils. So, Most High is gonna get rid of all this stuff, man. All this shit is going down, man. And we'll see at the end. We'll see. Because all the prophecies are lining up and they've been coming to pass. And people still, what they say, they're going to know a prophet's been among them. They still tripping out, bugging out, and trying to come together as some black unity, black community. We need to separate from them and get our own stuff. Y'all tried that. It didn't work. What did the Most High say? You should go to him for the one of all things, man. For thirst, for hunger, nakedness, and for one of all things. You don't think the Most High is true with his word and the curses that came upon Jake? And it says we're in captivity to this very day, and we're not gonna. No man shall buy us. So y'all not gonna do anything, especially y'all. Y'all can barely get along without the cops coming in and breaking stuff up in your own neighborhoods regarding domestic disputes or any other form of trouble that y'all had to call the cops. And then when the cops approached these YNs that were smoking weed on the porch, they were in line. They said, "Oh, we can't do that." Let that have been another Jake. They would have been ready to get the gun and kill him. So that's why we in the last times, we're in the last days, man. Anyway, hopefully it was edifying. Shalom.